Other matter agenda items were noticed for 11 o'clock, but to the extent that we have folks present, I don't have any problem with proceeding with those cases.
No problem at all, sir.
All right, so let's take the folks that are here on the other matter agenda. Thank you. I assume none of you were here when I swore in the early group at 9 o'clock. So if you're going to be speaking to me about any of these matters, I'll need to place you under oath. Please stand and raise your right hands. Each of you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you very much, and you can have a seat. Thank you for that reminder. Okay, so let's, whatever order you want to call them in is fine.
Okay. Other matter number 1 and 2, same owner, same address, CE 09060829 and CE 10060448, 1125 21st Street.
Okay.
Mitch Posner, Code Enforcement. Case ending in 829, 1125 21st Street. Date ordered 9/30 of 09. Fine started 11/2 of 09. Ran for 1,275 days. Current total 12,750. Daily fine was $10. Date of compliance 4/30 of 13. New owner. Case ending in 448, 1125 21st Street. Date ordered 9/22 of 2010. Fine started 10/5 of 2010, 904 days. Total 90,400, $100 a day. Date of compliance 3/27 of 13. Also new owner. The city's asking standard 25%.
Thanks. All right, let me hear from the respondent. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Max Combs. I purchased 1125 21st Street, which is a small 4-unit apartment building, in March of 2014 from the Federal National Mortgage Association, also known as Fannie Mae. The purchase was a normal purchase through a realtor with title insurance. And I have a copy of the warranty deed here that I wouldn't mind presenting to you at the end if you would like to have it.
Okay.
The property had been foreclosed on by the mortgage company, and it was in deplorable condition. The roof leaked, the electric was not sufficient for today's standards. I did a lot of work repairing things, including a new roof, all new electric service, tile floors, painting, and so forth. Permits were pulled for the work, including finishing the fence permit. Now the building is in good condition, and I've gotten many compliments, and the people renting like the apartments. And I have a picture of the apartment here, which is only in black and white to give to you. As for the liens in question, these violations took place before I was involved with the property and was foreclosed on by the mortgage company before I was involved. I have a copy of the foreclosure complaint that was filed by somebody else for you. Let's see, I have a copy of the foreclosure. Okay, to present to you, however, I think it may be most efficient to present the documents at the end. The city of West Palm Beach was included in the foreclosure action, and the city was given a civil action summons, which a copy of that is here for you, sir. So the city had the opportunity to argue the liens in that foreclosure. I don't believe they did that, as the final judgment of mortgage foreclosure does not recover money for their liens in questions. And I have a copy of the final judgment here also from the judge on that foreclosure case. The title insurance company did make a statement regarding these liens, and they determined that the liens are barred from collection, citing code enforcement liens of the city of West Palm Beach, case number CE 10060448, as recorded in official records book 24162, page 0616, case number CE 09060829 as recorded in Official Records Book 23602, page 1063, case number CE 080509696, as recorded in Official Records Book 22839, page 1722, and opened expired permits 1307, 1066, 07070-360, and 06031-329 of the recorded or cited on against the property described above.
Sir, sir, if I can interject
Eh,
before this, magistrate, if I can interject before this goes any further. This was not brought to our attention at all.
Yeah, I'm
It
sitting
had
there
no part of the
wondering.
application, and frankly, a lot of our time's already been wasted. Had he just brought this to us, this, if his paperwork's correct and we'll look at it, it has no business at this hearing.
That's
The
why I'm
lien would
sitting
have
here
been,
wondering if there's
the
anything
lien would
I
have
can
been
do.
wiped out without a lien reduction needed. So
So let me have
we
you
want to
talk
pull
with
this
the-
from the agenda at this point and go the route it should have gone in the first place.
since
I'd
this-
be happy to give anybody the paperwork,
Yeah,
sir.
why don't you speak with the city attorney and the code enforcement supervisor? If these liens have been foreclosed out, I'm not sure there's anything for me to even be able to do here because.
I agree with you.
So why don't you let me speak to another case, and in the meantime, you can speak offline to these folks, and you guys may be able to take care of it that way.
Tell me which way to
All
go,
right.
sir.
Thank you.
That's my whole file. But you can have the whole file.
Right, we've got to finish hearings, but we'll contact you afterwards and let you know. If it's everything you said it was,
Yes.
then that'll wipe out the lien.
Okay,
This one I missed.
I agree, that's what they said, but because of the
But we didn't know
foreclosure.
about this till right now. So we will contact you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Okay. Then I'm free to leave, sir? I'm free to leave?
You are free to leave. We will contact you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We have his contact on the application. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Let's try again.
Other matter, number 9, CE 19010291-830 Forest Hill Boulevard. It's an extension request.
I'm sorry, what was the address?
830 Forest Hill Boulevard.
Oh.
All right, this is a request for an extension on the compliance deadline?
Yes, sir. It's a rare case that we're actually bringing an extension request to you, unforeseen circumstances, and basically troubles that the property owner could not control with the first contractor that was hired. So we agreed to let her be heard for an extension request for additional time on the contractor she has now.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so this
Can
property...
we get your name and address?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Kirsten Mastro, and the property is 830 Forest Hill Boulevard.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we purchased this property at the very end of last year. It had been a nuisance property, and when we purchased it, it had ongoing violations and an ongoing fine already ongoing. So our first order of business was to try to close down all of those violations so we could stop the fine. There were, I think, 13 violations, which we did right away. They're all complied with at this point. And then we also, I hired a contractor to start being able to do some of the work beyond the violations that were going on. There's a lot of work to the property. It was owned by a hoarder, and it was full of the stuff when we bought it, so we didn't even realize the extent of the damage within the property. And unfortunately, the contractor that we hired wasn't very good. We paid her money. She said she came here 3 times to turn in the permits, and every time there was some sort of an excuse why she couldn't do it. Her insurance wasn't right, or she didn't have an invoice, etc. So we had to fire her. We have a new contractor that seems to be very much on the ball. At the hearing on the 20th, we thought that 90 days was going to be sufficient, but I honestly haven't been through this type of project before that's so extensive, so I didn't know how long it would take to get through, and as they mentioned, there was the unforeseen situation with the contractor. So now that we have somebody that we're confident in, we feel like we're going full speed ahead. We do have some of the permits already applied for. We're only missing a couple more, and I'm meeting with those people this week. And the last thing that I'd also like to put on the table is, I know not knowing the process or the timelines is not a very good excuse at all. And the reason I am in this situation is because we actually purchased this property for a young family who wanted to buy it, but the property is in such bad shape that it would not pass inspection and they would not get a mortgage on it. So we're actually using our own, my husband and I, IRA funds to buy it, and the agreement was that he was going to fix it up to get it where it would pass inspection and then take it over and take over the mortgage right away. So my point is, we're not earning any money on this project. It's something that we're doing to help out a family, and unfortunately learning the process on the way, and just really doing the best we can.
What kind of time do you think you need?
Approximately 120 days is what we've been told by experts is probably realistic to get everything through the pipeline.
Okay.
Sir? The city would like 30 days at the top half of that to get all the permits put in. And then 120 days as far as work completion goes.
What permits are left, did you say?
I believe it's, well, electrical and plumbing.
Okay. Do you think you can get those applied for in the next 30
within
days?
30 days, yes.
I don't have any problem with that schedule. Does that, if you can get the permits applied for in the next 30 and then a total of 120 to bring it in for a landing?
Okay, thank you very much.
That's granted.
Right, and we've advised her it won't be back again for an extension.
Great. Good. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your order will be mailed, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Other matter number 8. CE 180706667, 2458 South Australian Avenue.
Pardon? Oh, okay.
Hello, I'm Tim Champagne, standing in for Alfieri Property Management.
Okay. Let me hear from Mr. Posner on this.
Case ending in 667, 2458 South Australian. Date order 10/3 of 18, fine started 12/2 of 18, ran for 44 days. Total is $8,800. $200 a day. Date of compliance 1/15 of 19. The same owner, city's asking for 30%.
Prohibited trees. We're in compliance now, whatever the prohibited trees were are removed and such.
Yes, sir. They can't come to the lien reduction without it being in compliance.
All right. Yes, sir.
I guess Tim Champagne with Alfieri Management. We, when this project was started, the initial contractor did not finish completely what he was paid to do, and I was a follow-up. Personally, I went in and finished the project. There was just a lot more there than what we thought we had to clean, basically. There was a lot of trash, fencing, guardrails, you name it, was in this property and hidden by years of no maintenance. So we were just looking to get it reduced as much as possible.
All right. Thank you. And based on the photographs and the testimony, this fine's at $8,800. I will reduce it to $3,000, payable within 30 days.
All right. Thank you.
Sir, do you want a copy of your order?
That's not the case we just did.
It tells you how to remit.
Pardon? Oh, we're not.
We just did Australia.
That was
We haven't done
8.
Broadway yet.
Other matter number 5, CE 1602-0301, 817 19th Street.
Case ending in 301-817 19th Street. Date ordered 11/16 of 16. Fine started 12/20 of 16. Ran for 202 days. Current total $20,200. Daily fine of $100. Date of compliance was 7/10 of 17. This is a new owner, but there's no mitigating factors on this at all. The only claim on the application is that the fine ran past the permit application date, which was what was mandated on the original case. But the permit application date is the date of compliance. It never ran past there. Also, they've yet to complete the work, and it's 3 years later. City's asking for 50%.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Edward Gardner. I'm the owner of 817 19th Street. We did purchase that property around 3 years ago, and within that time frame, a lot has occurred. Initially, I'm adding a second bathroom. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. The contractor told me that he could go ahead and start the renovation as long as I'm getting the plans together, which I was submitting to for approval. He'd be able to start the work, which I later found out that wasn't accurate. So that's the reason why, I got into that issue with that violation. I've recently went through a divorce since, a lot been going on, the reason why I haven't been able to finish it. Things are a lot better now, and I'm ready to move forward. I would like to, if you could please release me of that, I'll be, able to, finish the property and bring it up to code.
Sir, a couple of things I want to correct. It's the same owner, not a new owner.
Okay.
But I also want to add that I understand what he's saying, but at the same time, they own a second property, 1933 Spruce Avenue. One is under a trust, one is not. However, looking at this property yesterday, we've got the exact same issues of work without permits. So the city's still asking for 50%. Here's the pictures and ownership of the other property.
Okay.
I live in 1933 Spruce, sir, and I've been working on that, doing paint and stuff like that. While I've been living there, the fence was permitted, so I'm not sure.
Sir, the fence has an
what's the
expired
issue?
permit from 3 years ago that they never even bothered to get it inspected, and they put up additional fencing that was not permitted.
The contractor that I paid said that he had permit. A matter of fact, I'm pretty sure it was permitted. I could, get his information if needed. But I paid for a permitted fence.
The iron fencing is permitted, but you never had it inspected, so the permit expired. The wooden fencing put up is not permitted.
The contractor said that it was inspected. I wasn't aware of that.
Okay. This lien, this is in the amount of $20,200. This is a building permit issue. And based on everything I've heard, I'm comfortable reducing this to $6,000, payable within 30 days.
I won't be able to do that, sir. Like I said, I'm a single dad just going through a divorce. I'm very limited on funds.
We're certainly amenable to more time.
I can give you more time, but I'm not inclined to reduce the lien any more than to the 6,000.
How much, sir?
I said I can give you more time, but I'm not inclined to reduce the dollar amount.
What was that dollar amount again?
$6,000 from $20,200. I'll reduce it to 6, but it needs to be paid within a reasonable amount of time as well. Can you do 90 days?
No, I'm going to need a lot
Well,
more time.
I'll give you 90 days, and I would suggest you do your best to do that. If it's not paid within the 90, then it does, I believe, revert back to the original amount.
And
Right.
going back to the issue of the fence not being inspected, what would I need to do once I contract?
Contact the building department.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen.
It tells you how to remit payment at the bottom, okay? Other matter number 10, CE 19040339-856 Nottingham Boulevard.
I haven't been sworn in yet.
You have not?
I have not.
All right. Have you been sworn in, sir? Were you sworn in
Yes.
earlier? You were?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, officer, if you'll raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you very much.
Agent Colvin, City of West Palm Beach Police. Prior to the meeting, we spoke about the address and the incident took place. They're going to stipulate that the offense did take place, a sale of alcohol to underage of 21. And in lieu of a fine, the city's, we come to agreement that they're going to get training done within 60 days and provide proof of that training, but it will be listed as an offense. So if it does happen again, it will be charged the full amount for a second offense. If you need the testimony for the date and time of the event, I have that.
Sir, is that your understanding of how we're going
yes,
to
sir.
proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was the date and time?
The
of
date
these?
was Friday, March 15, 2019, approximately 23 or 4 hours. They sold to underage.
So based on the incident that occurred on that date and time, the city and the respondent are entering into a stipulated arrangement for the resolution of this matter.
Yes.
All right, I'll ratify and approve that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Just need to have.
Okay. Other matter number 6, CE 1802-0316, 1645 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, FL2.
Go ahead.
Case ending in 316, 1645 Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, number 208, I believe. Sorry, the printout cut off the unit number. The date order was 4/18 of 18, fine started 5/18 of 18, number of days 28, total 7,000, daily fine was $250 a day, date of compliance 6/15 of 18. This case is a little different. It's not the property owner, it was a business owner for not having their BTR receipt. And the city's asking for standard 25%.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Steve Brotman for Homebridge Financial Services. As indicated, this was a unit at 1645 Palm Beach Lakes that was leased by Homebridge. It actually ceased operating at that location prior to the notice of violation. It was actually December 14th, 2017 when all personnel left the building for Homebridge. And at the time that the violation was sent, there was no one there. The branch officially closed in June 2018, and on or about that time is when the property came into compliance. As indicated, this lien runs against the unit holder, which is Homebridge, not the unit owner. So we did submit the motion for reduction back in November 2018, explaining that at the time of the citation that the property was not being used by Homebridge. Since then, we've been required to pay a few amounts on the property that were not, that were outstanding. One was a utility charge in the amount of $210.72. Another was an alarm charge that was $275. We have paid those amounts in full. We're just looking to have this lien reduced as much as possible. Certainly, there was no point in time where Homebridge was actively operating a business at that location after the notice of violation. We've paid all administrative costs that we've been required to pay, and frankly, this would have been resolved earlier. We had to escalate this to the city attorney because there was some confusion caused by the fact that the lien ran against the company leasing the unit and not the owner. I know the owner has been in touch with the city as well because they're trying to actually sell or rent out that unit. So we're asking for as much of a reduction as is possible here.
Sir, if he has any proof showing that this was vacated and that the business was closed prior to the business close date, which complied the case, I'd be willing to say reduce it to 0. But other than that, without the proof, 25%.
And on, I was having similar thoughts, but this is before me as a fine reduction. I'm willing to reduce the fine, but I'm not going to retry the case. And if there were substantive issues that you guys want to work out behind the scenes, you can do that. In the meantime, based on the evidence and the testimony and the representations that have been made, I'll reduce this to $1,000 to be paid within 30 days. But if in the meantime you guys want to work it out amongst yourselves and see if you can do better, by all means, I'll leave that up to you.
Okay. Sounds reasonable. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Here's a copy of your order.
May I approach?
Other matter number 3, CE 14090391, 821 9th Street.
Okay.
Case ending in 391, 821 9th Street. Date order 11/5 of 14. Fine started 12/5 of 14. Ran for 1,222 days. Current total is $122,200, $100 a day. Date of compliance 4/10 of 18. New owner city's asking for 25%. The only mitigating factor seems to be they were unaware of the lien. Claimed they fixed the property in 2015, provided receipts for completing the roof work in March of 2018. So that's kind of contradictory. But the city's only asking for 25%.
All right. Let me hear from the respondents. Yes.
Yes, good
please,
morning.
Madam.
I'm Nelly and Javier Vanegas. We purchased this property with the lien already. So we are the new owners. There were quite a few things that needed to be fixed and to be in compliance with. We took care of quite a few things. We repainted the property. The roof was leaking. We did that. I think the only issue was the cutting of the grass that had been accumulated for quite a few time. That's been done. We have pictures of before and after, and really our whole purpose was to purchase this property and make it beautiful, which that's what we have done. We spent quite a few money to get this place up to code, and we're looking for a reduction of the lien that is current on this property.
What was the investment that you made in terms of the renovation and repair work that you put into
The
it?
expenditure,
Yes, ma'am.
in which we have the receipt here, is $21,000.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
We're looking at a $122,000 lien, subtracting the 21 they spent on that, brings it to roughly 100. We're perfectly okay with 25% of that.
Well, since we already spent quite a few dollars on this one, we're looking really for the minimum as possible, Your Honor, if it's, we just, and we're happy to show you all the receipts. I mean, everything is documented. I mean, really, if you see the house and the pictures, you can see the improvement in the
What
area.
I'm looking at. I'm looking at the
Yes.
photographs as they go through. So I am not ignoring you. I'm listening and
Oh, no,
I'm
no, that's
looking
okay.
at pictures. No, I have no reason to doubt that you've spent the $21,000.
And we do have other pictures here as well, our own pictures, if you desire to see them.
If you'd like to show me additional
Yes.
photographs, you can show them to the city first, and then I'll take a look.
I actually have a copy as well that I can give you.
You have a copy for the city? Okay.
I mean, we worked very hard to get it done. We even had our family involved with the fixing.
What were we saying about your family?
I said that we got everybody involved to help us out, so we really wanted to make a nice,
Team effort.
yes.
I'm sorry. I've looked at his pictures. I don't have an objection to the pictures. I don't know if Mr. Posner, if you've seen them yet. And respondent's representative indicates that there's before pictures and after pictures, that the after pictures were taken approximately 2 months ago?
Yes.
Okay. So,
We already have similar pictures.
Okay.
okay. So,
And we have no reason to dispute the amount they spent.
All right, then we will make part of the record this lien reduction photograph packet that was provided by the respondents.
Are these
is there anything
copies?
else that you'd like to tell me?
Their copies, right? We got,
Is this the
well,
same?
all the copies.
you can keep them?
You can take them.
Okay.
sir, is the binder the same?
Exactly the same.
Yes,
We'll just-
yes.
Yeah, so we're good. No, that's fine. All right.
And the permit is here.
Anything else you folks would like to tell me?
Well, there was no, all our money is in this house. All our savings were put into fixing this house. That's why we're requesting the reduction on the lien.
Thank you. Anything else from the city on this one?
No, sir, just standard 25 is the request.
All right. Based on everything I've heard and looked at, then in this case, given the new ownership, I will reduce this lien to $5,000 payable within 30 days.
30 days is fine, you think? Will we be able to have additional time, if possible?
Can you do it within 60 days?
60 days is fine.
60 days?
Yes.
Granted.
5,000, 5,000. And that's the, and that's the minimum that you will be able to do for us.
I mean, you're at $122,200, and I'm bringing that all the way down to 5, so
Okay,
that's
perfect. All right,
But I
that's
will
fine.
give you the 60 days that you asked for.
Great,
No
thank you.
problem.
Here's a copy of your order. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
Other matter number 4, CE 15100-601, 1739 Village Boulevard, Unit 205.
Okay. Were you folks placed under oath when I swore everybody else in? I don't know if...
No, sir.
All right, let me go ahead and swear you in. Do you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Case ending in 601, 1739 Village Boulevard, number 205. Date order 12/7 of 16, fine started 2/6 of 17, ran for 659 days, current total 65,900. Daily fine $100 a day. Date of compliance 11/27 of 18. Same owner, city's asking for 30%.
Yes, let me hear from respondents what...
Yes, sir. My name is Vicki Wilson. I'm the property manager. It is an investment property. It's a rental property.
Okay.
This is Mr. Guillaume de Chalambert. He is the managing member of the LLC, one of the partners that owns the property. Our client purchased the property and closed on it on September 30th, 2015. At that time, we were given a clear title. The title company found no violations, no liens, any problems with the property. So our client proceeded and closed. On November 1st, 2015, a little over a month later, we went out to put a lockbox on the property to put it on the market to get it ready for rent. There was a stop work order on the property. I called the number 3 different times and left messages. I didn't get a response back, so I went out to the property, and I did see that there was an air conditioning unit that was currently being installed in the building. However, it was not our unit. We had not done any work in the unit since our client closed on it. I then immediately contacted the agent for the former seller. I said, was a AC unit recently installed? He said, I'll try to reach the seller, but not to my knowledge. I've had it on the market for several months, and there was no work done in the property in that time. So we knew at the very least the AC must have been replaced several months previous to our client purchasing it. So when I confirmed with the title company again that it was clear that there was no violations on the property when we closed, I wasn't getting a call back from that particular code enforcement officer, and I went out and personally saw that there was a AC unit being installed in another unit there. I thought it was a mistake that the stop work order had just been placed on the wrong door, and perhaps that's why the code enforcement officer was not responding. He realized that and had corrected it. Then on after the stop work order, then on 9/30/2016, exactly 1 year later, we received a violation letter. Mr. Dishlambert then called code enforcement and explained, once again, we didn't know what this was about. Our client had been blindsided. He was given clear title. So they said that they would check into it. It must be a mistake. We heard nothing again. We found out about this issue once and for all on October 29th, 2018, when the current owner was trying to sell the property. Then at that time, when the title company did a search, the lien was found. We immediately contacted an AC company to open a new permit, had it inspected. There was a problem found with it. It was repaired, had it re-inspected, it passed and was closed. So once we knew, once and for all, that this was actually a problem that existed on this particular property, we immediately remedied it. I mean, our clients live in France. They were completely caught off guard. Title company did their due diligence. We did our due diligence. The agents did. And there was just no violation at that time. 31 days after our client closed, it was hit with this violation for the AC installation without permits that was done by the prior owner.
Okay. Anything else from the city on this one?
31 days or 3 years, they inherit any existing violations, which in this case they did. And while I understand everything they're saying, more than half the problem amounts to two assumptions that it was another unit that was meant to be cited. It was the correct unit. When it finally got inspected, as she said, they found a problem and it was corrected, but the delay on all that was based on all their assumptions. So again, just city's asking for 30%.
All right, anything else,
We
folks?
did try. I mean, we managed 150 properties. I've never had to come to a hearing before. We never had violations. If we do, they are completed immediately. Like I said, I couldn't get a call back from the code enforcement officer that was showing on that stop work order. We called once we received the letter. We were told it must be a mistake. They would check into it, and we never heard back.
And also I want to add that the value of the property is I think around $90,000. So it's.
So these, I mean, this isn't some conglomerate. It is a group of investors that owns two properties. They're not wealthy people.
Okay. All right, based on what I've heard in this case, this lien is at $20,200. Wait, wrong, sorry. This lien is at $65,900. Yeah. I'll agree to reduce this to $6,000 payable within 30 days.
Thank you. Is there
Okay.
any way it can be reduced less, just because we understand they took over an existing
I can
violation, but it
give-
wasn't recorded?
I can give you a little bit more time. I'm not going to reduce the dollar amount.
Okay.
I'll give you 60 days.
60
Does that work?
days? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Agreed.
Thank you. Your
Thank you
Honor.
very much for your time.
Here's a copy of your order. You're welcome. Have a good day. 60. Other matter number 7, CE 18050310 3300 Broadway.
Morning.
He's not been sworn in either.
Oh, okay. Sir, were you sworn in?
No.
Let me place you under oath. Do you swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Case ending in 310 for 3300 Broadway. It was a split order. There's two separate fine amounts here. First one, date order 7/18 of 18. Fine started 9/17 of 18, ran for 23 days. 3,450 is the total. $150 a day, date of compliance 10/10 of 18. Second one, date ordered 7/18 of 18. Fine started 8/4 of 18, ran for 16 days. Total $1,600 at $100 a day, date of compliance 8/20 of 18. Same owner on both, of course. The city's asking for 50%. I mean, the amount of work, the amount of effort put in was minimal to comply this case. The only mitigating factor is that it was complied immediately but forgot to call the code officer. Every magistrate's order advises them to call code enforcement. And even though they say that, the permit wasn't even applied for over 2 months. So again, 50% for both.
I hear from the respondent. Yes, sir.
Hi, so we purchased the property in December 2017, and we're new to this, the whole system of violations and magistrate. We didn't even, until we researched what all of this means. Every time we got hit with violations, we right away went on it. Like I said, the guy wanted us to, the code officer wanted us to fix the garbage, so everything we did right away. I never thought I had to go and contact him, tell him it was done. I thought automatically he comes and checks on it. One day I got a letter saying that we were accruing the fees, so he right away came over and we were in compliance when he came back, which was after the date we had a bunch of violations. We took this property from a really low-class hangout property with a lot of problems. A lot of units had a lot of people inside it, and we turned over the whole place. We redid a lot of the units. We did the outside. Now it's looking stellar. We even got comments on the property from the Northwood Association that we looked the best in the block. It just took us time to get our footing in the whole game, and now the place is perfect and pristine, and we tried our best to get everything going. It just took a little bit of extra time, and we didn't even know that we were accruing the violations.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, one additional note. The city doesn't agree with that they're putting forth the effort to keep this in compliance. Under their ownership since December of 17, there have been 5 total cases.
Like,
I mean, 4 other cases on this?
Correct.
Okay.
so, like I said, this property was very run down, and operating on a small budget like this with no one paying rent and stuff like that. We managed to turn it over now, but it was pretty bad.
Okay. And then for my order, I need to do a split. Okay. All right. Then, based on everything I've heard in this case, I am agreeable to reduce the $1,600 fine to $300 and the $3,450 fine to $900. So the total's $1,200 payable within 60 days. Within 60 days.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Here's a copy of your order. Tells you how to remit payment on the bottom.
And I think that's everything, yes? Is there anything else to come before me this morning? All right, then at 11:30 on the button, I will call this hearing adjourned.
But in a good way.
Okay, Monique, you're in charge of making sure all our agendas can end by 11:30 from now on. If you can do it once, you can do it again.